Welcome back to the Four Rings Inn for another episode of City of Shadows.
Woo!
We are back after a terrifying exploration into Thornstrum's horrific workshop.
Yeah.
Why that exists, who knows? It's up to our players to find out. But they survived the encounter, rescued all of the prisoners, and escaped with some evidence, thanks to Sterling, as well as committing a little bit of arson on the way out. I don't know, what's a little bit of arson? And had successfully made it back to their manors or the barracks as a new day rises on the 12th of Esmera. But as our storytellers grapple with the many events that have occurred in the last 2 days, I'll ask you now, are you ready for a scary story? As morning breaks on the 12th of Asha, we begin by moving to Brighthold Barracks, where we find Orianna finishing up your short rest, regaining some of your abilities back, and you're healing a little bit after treating your wounds from the previous night. What does Orianna do first thing on this morning?
In my short rest, I get as much rest as I can, but rest doesn't really look like sleep. It's more of just kind of hiding out in my room, kind of replaying back everything that had just occurred, thinking about everything that had happened. And eventually, as morning starts to crest, I would like to first write 2 letters.
Okay.
The first letter I want to send out to the Watland estate that is labeled just to whoever inspects the grocery order, because I never caught a name. And written in the letter, your requested order will be delivered at 10 a.m. with no name or insignias attached, written on plain paper, not on Ashen Order stationery or anything. Just very plain to the Watland servant.
Okay.
And then my second letter, I would like to send out to Dayborn, saying that
I forgot about him.
I have seen the doppelgangers, many of the original. Be careful who you trust, and no name or insignias attached at all. Again, on plain paper, not on Ashen Order stationery, and just have that go to him as well. And I would like to send these out before everyone up in the barracks is up for the day, or even before our courier is there. So I'll just throw them in the basket or bin or whatever they go. Yeah. So whenever he gets there, he can send them out. But I'd like to do it as early as possible.
Yeah, for sure.
Why are you laughing at Dayborn? We haven't seen him in so long.
No, I know. I'm thinking how he's gonna respond to that, and it makes me laugh. I didn't know that letter was going out. And that's really good. Okay, deal. Yeah. For sure. Those letters definitely go out.
Yes.
Am I gonna get arrested again?
Oh, that's so funny. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry.
And then, again, still before everyone is rising for the day, before training even begins, I would like to show up to Rokin's office and just stand outside his door. So I am there the minute that he arrives for work and gets to his office. Just standing in front of his door, waiting for him. I don't care how long I'm waiting for. It could be hours. Again, I'm here before I feel like most people have even woken up in the barracks, just because couldn't sleep. And I want to get there before he does.
Yeah, for sure. You go and wait outside of his office. You're probably not waiting too long, because as an enforcer, he has to show up and excuse me. He has to show up and prep what his events for the day. So you're probably waiting 30, 45 minutes at most before Enforcer Roken comes in. He has like a small pastry in one hand that he's munching on as he enters in, sees you standing in front of his office, and you see a almost like disapproving look come across his face as he sees you in front of his door and goes, "Lunaris, where have you been all week?" And then like points for you to get in his office.
I'm standing in front of the door. I don't want to go inside his office. I want to talk to him right here in the hallway.
You see,
I just start talking. I don't move from in front of the door. Who commissions the bells? Who determines when one is to be retired?
Excuse me?
I need to know who determines when the bells are to be retired.
You need to know.
Yes. I'm not. I know I'm smiling. Orianna's not smiling. She's dead serious.
No. This is not how this works, Lunaris. You report to me. If you wanted to prance around the city on your own time, you should have married the Viscount. If you wanted the prestige of nobility to boss people around, you should have walked your father's path. But you swore an oath of a cloak, and you swore fealty to the Ashen Order. Not once have you reported to my office this week. Not once have you attended our trainings. Where have you been?
How many missing persons do we have in the city? How many people are we actively looking for within the Ashen Order?
Am I not speaking? Do you not hear the words? No, you should not be speaking. Cloak, you're speaking to an enforcer.
If you're not going to help me, then go get the Templar.
Lunaris, if you want to walk in to Grey Wall and get the Templar yourself, you're more than welcome to. You do not, a cloak does not give orders to enforcers.
I'm not giving orders. I'm asking a question to help with the Ashen Order and to help on the cases that you have assigned me to. I have been out in the city. I am working exactly what you said.
You gave me an order to go get the Templar for you. That is not how this works.
Who commissions the bells?
This conversation is over. I will be speaking to the Templar. It will be to ensure that you are off of this task force. I will not have insubordination. I will not have this disrespect. If I can have you kicked out of the Ashen Order, I will. Because this week has been ridiculous. And I was willing to... I had hoped that I did not have to hold your hand through the likes of a cloak. But it seems that...
Have you guys found anything on any of the Viscounts that you guys have been looking into? Have you found any information yet? Because I have.
State your findings.
I need to know first who commissions the bells. I need to know who determines...
That is not how this works, Cloak.
I need to know.
No, you do not.
Fine.
You work
and then
for me.
I walk away from him. I say, then you're useless to me. And I walk away and I want to go down towards the Templar.
Yeah. Okay. You exit.
He missed a whole week of meetings?
She hasn't shown up. She hasn't checked in. The last time she checked in with Roken was on...
the day that I got the new bracers.
You checked in with Romera, and then it was before the Pristine meeting. Yeah. She hasn't gone to... I mean, you've been doing Ashen Order stuff, but you haven't, like, checked in with your boss. Yeah. You exit the barracks. As Orianna departs the Brighthold barracks, we catch a glimpse of a raven sailing over the barracks as it weaves through the streets of Thalia, the sun rising overhead, and makes its way to Darlington to tap on what used to be the window of Kazdeth's room, but is now Sterling, where you occupy.
Hello, birdie.
And it will hop onto your hand.
Does it have 6
What have
toes?
you found?
It has the normal amount of toes for a raven. I think... Is it 3 in the front, 1 in the back? Is that how ravens have feet?
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
It has a normal amount of toes for a raven. Note to self, how many toes does a raven have?
Raven is a normal raven, not a handbell raven.
Yes.
That you know of.
That's good to know.
Handel
guess.
just impersonates your raven.
I'm like,
Wow.
my familiar is actually...
You're just holding
What
a
have you
grown
been
man.
doing?
That's terrifying. But, yes. Raven hops onto your hand. And whispers into your mind, I have found our prey. I watched him depart from the Grey Wall Castle. I know not who he was, what his business was inside. It took me quite a while to scour the city, but I found him nonetheless.
And you're sure it's the right one?
As sure as I can be. It looked like him.
And where is he now?
He was traveling back to his estate here in Darlington. I can take you there if you wish.
Yes. Let us hunt.
Let us hunt. And then he'll wait for you to, like, he will guide you to the manor whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I want to go to the kitchen first and
Sure.
get a new bottle of liquor.
Sure,
Just in
yeah.
case. And then I will follow Raven out into the streets.
Yeah, absolutely. You follow Raven. Raven takes you down Nightingale Avenue to a couple streets over. And give me 1 second to find where this man lives. While he is taking you to Thornstrum's manor, Renshaw, are you doing anything aside from sleeping in and getting some rest?
I took a short rest.
Yes.
But I'll probably largely hang out in the common area, I guess. I don't really have plans for today. But
Deal.
things need done.
For sure. Excellent. Renshaw is enjoying
Around.
he's around. Sterling, you follow Raven. Raven takes you to a section of Darlington called Marble Hill, where there are a couple Viscount manors here of Viscounts who came to the city very early on in the Viscount movement and have been here for like the better part of like 200 years now. So although they moved in the first wave of depraved that had come, they have been part of the city for a long time. If they had already not been working directly with the Pristine prior to that. And you see one of these manors is the manor of Viscount Thornstrum, which Raven points out.
Want to scout it and try to make it look like I'm just going for maybe like a walk around the hill and down. You know, I'm husband seeking.
Yeah.
Just a promenade around the noble houses. But I want to scout to see and have Raven look as well. I won't look through his eyes because I don't want to be blind. But basically try to scout where entrances could be, guards. I want to see how I could get into his house.
Yeah. You see his manor. Right now, the manor is bustling with landscapers that are going through and like trimming hedges and getting things prepared for the winter. And like, yeah, pretty much prepping the yard for the winter to come. You make a perception check.
That is 23.
23. You look and see, as you kind of scout around, you can see three main entrances into his manor. You have the main front door. You have a rear, like, servant's entrance, and then you have more of like a place where they could move like foods or like supplies for parties or things, more like something that's not used all the time, but a place where they could open up and bring in larger things. On a 23, you notice that, especially compared to the other Viscount manors here, this manor has easily double the amount of guards than the other ones. And on a 23, I think you catch your ear catches some of the guards chatting with each other, and you get the feeling that about a quarter of these guards are in the employment of the Thornstrum family. The rest of them were like hired this morning, and they're pretty much like mercenaries that have been hired like out from the city. From like a couple of them talk about how they're hunters, and they just got an invitation this morning to get a great paycheck if they come and hang out at the manor for the next week or so.
I think he knows.
And you hear like this bustle of kind of pretty much like new people meeting each other and these guards interacting in front of the manor. Actually, you know what? On a 23, I'll make a roll for this because it's not a guarantee. Not with that roll. You look into the windows of the manor, and you see on the third floor, you can make out that the beady eyes of Thornstrum has cracked the curtains of one of his window and is just watching out the front lawn and just watching people.
And he's like way out of range, right?
That depends on what kind of weapon we're using. He is, if you come up to the edge of like the gardens of his manor,
yeah,
you're probably within 100 feet of him there. If you want to get like within 30 feet, you'll have to get like up to the front door. because he's 3 stories up. And then any closer, like if you're trying to get in melee, you're either gonna have to get into the house or break through his window. But I say you're within like 100 feet. Is he in range? I don't know. I've seen some of Jake's characters have quite a range on them, so I don't know.
I'll just go. I want Raven to stay
Okay.
and tail him, basically, if he leaves. And I will go to some type of, like, public place by the Gallatin Gate.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I specifically want to see if his carriage tries to go back to the forge.
Yeah, absolutely. I will say, as you leave as you're like still looking at his manor, you're instructing Raven, you're going to leave. Parked in like the cul-de-sac where his house is on Marble Hill, is his carriage. And you recognize his carriage from the night before. Currently, with the amount of things like coming in and guards like entering the manor and like discussing each other, the carriage is unattended as it stands. And so I know that you're unable to get into the manor, but you do notice that like there's a lack of security on his carriage as you move away.
Does it look like there would be space to hide in there? Really, probably.
I think you kind of look in. I think there's enough space to hide a like small object or maybe a small animal, not enough for a person. Without some kind of alterations done. Whether that's a shrinking or like a polymorph or an invisibility, like yeah, there's no place to like curl up and hide.
Just
yeah, I'll go
bomb.
stake out for now.
Deal. Perfect.
Good to know.
Yeah, Sterling asked about if he was in range from the window. I didn't know if she like also had a car bomb on her. Like I have no idea what. I don't know what she has going on.
No, that's good. I just can't think.
No, that's fine. You go and you'll stake out by Gallatin Gate. Perfect.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Go ahead. You can move on.
If you change your mind, Sterling has plenty of time that she could hang out outside the manor and think of stuff. She has time walking down to the Gallatin Gate. If you want to change your mind and stuff, let me know.
Aubrey needs to read through her character to see if she does in fact have a car bomb.
She's like, ooh, car bomb. Did I request that? Yeah. Cool. Coming down from Avondale Hill up to Greywall Castle, Orianna, we find you. I assume you said you're headed to Coffords?
Yeah.
The Templar's office?
Yeah.
Right.
I did say that.
We find you outside of the Templar's office. His door shut, waiting to be entered.
I don't knock. I just open the door or attempt to.
Yep, it's open.
I walk in.
You walk in. Make a wisdom saving throw for the zone of truth.
Yeah, I was ready for it this time.
Actually, I'm sorry. It's a charisma saving throw.
Oh, okay. 14.
Okay, perfect. You are still affected by the zone of truth.
Thanks. It's okay. Is he in here?
He is in here. You see him sitting at his desk. He has both papers out in front of him. He currently has a quill in his hand that he is writing things down in, and he also has still that magical illusionary script in the air that he is looking and taking notes off of.
Yeah, I walk straight up to his desk. I want Thornstrum arrested on site.
Without looking up, the Templar says, "Thornstrum, you say? The Bellmaker has dutifully served our High Lord for generations. Tread carefully with these accusations. Why would he be arrested on sight?"
He kidnapped and tortured a dozen of Thalia citizens. I want him arrested and tried.
And what evidence do we have of these kidnappings?
My word.
You see he puts the quill down and stands up. Begins to walk around his desk and says, "I believed Enforcer Rokin's complaints were symptoms of poor leadership. Perhaps I underestimated your entitlement. Since the incursion of Depraved, 1,238 citizens have been reported missing. The cloaks of Templar Draic have been diligently searching for these missing souls. I'm sure if there's any evidence beyond your word of this kidnapping, they will handle it accordingly."
If you don't trust my word to arrest Thornstrum, then why am I even on your silly little task force? Was I not put here just because of my name and stupid promise to a title? I want him arrested. I will acquire the evidence, and then we will try him properly. But until then, my word is that he is torturing and harming Thalian citizens, and I need him arrested so that nobody else gets hurt until I can acquire the evidence for you.
You seem to have been quite busy doing work outside of your assigned tasks.
I was tasked to look at Viscounts, and I looked at Viscounts.
That is incorrect. You were tasked to look at 4 Viscounts.
And this one got in the way.
Did he get in the way, or did you get in his?
Does it matter? He's hurting people.
It does. You ask if I can trust your word. You were tasked to find a single soul in this city. Tell me, Miss Lunaris, have you found what has become of Juliet Ketters yet?
My search for her led me here.
Did it? Explain to me how the search for Juliet Ketters led you to Thornstrum.
Do the details really matter when people are getting hurt and killed? I'm not asking to do anything extreme to Thornstrum. I'm simply asking that we get him in custody before more people get hurt. And then we can move forward with the evidence and the proof and all the nitty details. But I refuse to do any other task until he's in custody.
Lunaris, have you ever arrested a Viscount before?
No, but I'm willing to.
Have you ever seen a Viscount arrested before?
No, but I'm willing to.
Your willingness to break the laws of the city, to break the order of the city, does not mean that what you do is right or legal or fair.
Are you telling me that it is illegal or unfair to arrest a Viscount after he has committed a crime that I have witnessed? And not just any crime. Like 24 Thalian citizens tortured, hurt, and I don't know how many more killed. People's lives. And you're telling me that I can't arrest a Viscount because of his status?
I am telling you that you cannot arrest a Viscount because of your status. That is absolutely correct.
That is why I am here asking you for assistance on arresting the Viscount. I'm letting you know that he is hurting people and he needs to be taken away. I saw him hurting people and I did not arrest him then. I am here now with you asking for help. These are people's lives.
I will speak to the High Priest about the apprehension of Thornstrum. If we are to move against the Viscount, it is no small task.
I know you requested that I looked at other Viscounts, but how is it any different? We were looking at other Viscounts anyway. What is the difference between this Viscount?
Because we were not to make arrests until proof was presented to the High Priest. You would know that if you had attended any of your assigned works with your enforcer. But you do not, Miss Lunaris. You do not attend your meetings. You do not attend your work. You simply do as you please. I must say, you truly are your father's daughter. And he is going to come back to his desk and begin to write another, take a new piece of paper and begins to write on it.
I hope that you find the people who can take him into custody. And if he crosses my path again, I will not hesitate to arrest him myself. And I'm sure me arresting him will be far more flashier and worse for the Ashen Order than you handling it yourself. And I want to attempt to turn around and walk out.
Yeah, as you... as you turn to walk out, he says as you're leaving, Lunaris, if you cross his path again, you will not be arresting him. If you strike out against a Viscount, any of the pristine, it shall be you who finds himself in prison. Viscount or Count. Do I make myself clear?
I keep walking out. I've turned my back to him.
All right. You exit his office.
Yeah. I think I just kind of hang around. Oh. I guess I'll slowly make my way towards the Watland estate. I'd like to be there by 10, like I had written in my letter. and I'll just take a walk. I won't take any carriages there. Try to clear my head. Try to calm down a bit. Take the long way if I have to get some extra breaths and make my way to Watlands.
Deal. Cool. As you make your way to the Watland estate, we will shift back to Tyrval Manor as Renshaw, as you move around the house, one of the servants comes to you and says, "My Lord Renshaw, or my Lord Tyrval, your father is out of the house today. He is on business. However, there is a party at the door requesting the Lord of the house. It is the Ashen Order."
Very well. See them in?
Yes, of course. They move out, and entering the house, coming to greet you, are 2 cloaks and 1 priest of the Enlightened that enter in. As you come to greet them, the priest says, she says, "Greetings, Lord Tyrval. I am a representative from the Templar. Oh goodness, I'm drawing a complete blank on this man's name. Why don't I know this person's name?"
I can't help. I don't know any of their
I
names.
know. Oh, because it's a good name. So this priestess enters the house with these 2 cloaks, and she goes, "Lord Tyrval, I am a representative of Templar Mozark. We have been tasked to move our way through Darlington. There have been reports throughout the city of depraved creatures that have infested parts of of people's living spaces since the attack on the 1st. We have had a handful of residents report depraved, most likely within the basements or the attics of many spaces. And although I'm sure that the Tyrval security is of the utmost professionalism, the Templar has tasked us to go and just ensure that your abode is safe and depraved free. If you would be willing to permit us to be as least invasive as possible, we simply would like to have ensure that you're as previously stated, the uppermost floor and the lowermost floor are protected from these creatures."
I see. I can't see why not. Do you just need to check the attic and the basement?
Yes, that is all. We will just ensure that there's nothing there, and then if you have any concerns going forward, the Templar, of course, ask you not to hesitate to reach out to his cloaks in order to come and ensure your safety.
Would we have not noticed depraved within our house?
The more dangerous of the depraved, most certainly. Our concern are the smaller, more insidious ones. There are certain depraved that hibernate, that gestate, and have a period of waiting before hatching or molting or becoming something far more dangerous. It's really in this state that we hope to catch and be preventative of any dangerous situation.
Of course, yes. That sounds most nasty. If you don't mind, I can lead you. We'll start in the attic, and I'll take you there myself.
Of course, excellent. Thank you. And they will follow you up to the attic, and you see as you get to the attic, the priest, she sends the two cloaks up the stairs first, each one with like a weapon ready to be drawn. As they move up into the attic, they search through the attic. They don't find anything. They come back down and say, Lord Shiva, is there a basement of sorts, a lowest level that we could also investigate?
We have a cellar of sorts. It's more of a crawl space, really. But if you'd like, I can take you to its access point.
If it would not be too intrusive, we would greatly appreciate it.
So it's out back in the garden.
Oh, excellent. Okay. You see they move back, and you find the four of you standing and looking at this crawl space. And the priest, she goes, all right, you, Cloak, you should enter in first.
I thought these were not dangerous, depraved. I thought they were hibernating, you said.
That is the hope. We have had a few instances of more dangerous depraved. However, the more dangerous depraved, they tend to make themselves known more often than not. Right. If you had a more lethal infestation, you most likely would have known by now. I simply do not want to crawl into the crawl space, but here we go. And she instructs one of the other, the second cloak, to stand guard outside of the crawl space in case they need someone to go in. And the two of them crawl into this crawl space. You hear them move under the house a little bit. And there's kind of just this moment with you and this cloak who is standing out in front of the crawl space.
So, how many houses have you inspected so far?
This is my second house. We had some guys that had done a bunch of houses in Thornley, but they won't be doing any more houses. Yeah, most of them got eaten a couple nights ago. Actually, it was pretty bad. Yeah, but down here in Darlington, it's not so bad.
I guess I really should read the paper more. I didn't even realize there were depraved still in the city.
Yeah, I don't think they posted too much about it. But I think the news article just said Ashen Order kills the depraved. I don't really think it said the depraved killed the Ashen Order.
Right.
Yeah.
I won't spread that. It gotta uphold strength and peace and whatnot. I can't have panic.
No, that'd be bad. We found some eggs in the last house.
Oh, which house was that?
Yeah, we found some eggs in where we just come from. We found some eggs in Lockwood's house.
In the tailory?
No, not in the like in her manor, like where she lives.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You didn't just live there?
Those are weird.
So you've inspected 2 houses and you went all the way from Lockwards to mine? You didn't check any of the ones in between?
Apparently they already got checked in between.
Oh.
We've just been going. I think they did all the count houses first, and then they sent us to do all the Viscount houses.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I just go through the list.
Fair enough.
And at this point, you hear rustling, and the cloak and the priest exit from under the house, and they kind of brush off all this dirt from their vestments, and they go, Lord Tyrvald, we most apologize for the intrusion today, but are happy to report that you are completely depraved free, and we will continue to ensure that Darlington stays that way.
Well, thank you very much. This was somewhat peaceful. I feel better now knowing that they aren't depraved, but my anxiety was heightened because I didn't think that was a choice. So, it's been a roller coaster, but I'm back to where I was about 2 hours ago. So thank you for that, I guess.
It is the least we can do. Again, if there are any abnormalities or you see any strange occurrences within the manor, be sure to reach out to the Ashen Order so we can investigate as quickly as possible to ensure that, again, nothing manifests in the house. But
right,
you are clean, and we are happy to be of service to the pristine.
Novum bless you.
Novum bless you. And she takes
Can I get you guys
cloaks.
any snacks or drinks before you go?
I won't turn down
Okay.
a gift from a Viscount. Thank you so much. That's incredibly
Absolutely.
incredibly polite.
It's probably about 10 o'clock, so I'll probably have stuff already prepared. I was hungry, and so I'll have someone grab stuff from the kitchen.
Oh, thank you so much. You're truly too kind, Lord Tyrvald.
No problem.
Yeah, they take their snacks and whatever drink you offer them. They are very pleased, and they go on their way.
Easy
interaction. No Templar to deal with. Renters knocking them out of the park. Perfect. They exit the house, and Renshaw kind of finds himself putting around once more. As we move from there, Sterling, you are posted up by the Gallatin Gate.
Mm-hmm.
As you are here today, to save you the trouble, you do not see a Thornstrum carriage exit the gate, nor does Raven see Thornstrum exit his manor. And you see him kind of cocoon up for the day. And he does not leave.
Makes sense. I will just stay there watching entirely in the shadows, like cloak hood up at the Gallatin Gate. I don't think I don't leave, I don't eat, I just am laser focused in on
Perfect.
Trying to find him. Well, I know where he is, but
trying to catch him slipping.
I'm lasered in on the hunt.
Perfect. Sterling lies in wait, waiting for her opportunity to pounce. And we'll shift over to Orianna once more. You were headed to the Watlands, correct?
Yes. To go stand outside of their gates and just patiently wait for the same man from last time that I spoke to see if he ever comes outside.
Yeah, you stay and wait. Eventually, around like 10:15, a runner for the pigeon post arrives with a handful of letters, and as he comes to the manor, you see the same man that had inspected the groceries comes out, meets him out in front of the manor, and begins to go through and inspect the mail before taking it inside.
So he never received my letter.
No, this made the pigeon post
Oh,
probably
it could
comes
have been
to
another. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I will approach him then outside of the gate and see if he recognizes my face from last time. I'm sure he does.
Yeah, he kind of gives you like an eye and a smile as he goes through the letters. Thanks to the pigeon post sends them on their way, and then turns to you with a grin.
I have been to Thornstrum's, been to his workshop.
Already?
Yes. And I found a numerous disturbing things going on within his forge. I have found out that he employs a number of walking corpses as his personal guard. I have found he keeps about 24 of Thalian citizens as prisoners. I have found that he tortures these prisoners. I also suggest that he's using some sort of probably illegal magic. I was only in there for a moment. It seemed like he was like siphoning their screams or their pain or something. There was a reason he was torturing them. I'm guessing for his bells. And he's doing a lot of illegal work in there. And unfortunately, I don't have solid evidence proof at the time. But I can acquire it.
You spin quite a captivating tale. But for what end does Thornstrum commit these vile acts? What does he hope to achieve with these schemes? Where do his machinations run to an end?
I'm still in the process of trying to figure that out. But I found out he's using all sorts of magic that has to be illegal. And that he's definitely not on the side of good.
With no proof and no motive, your words seem to fall hollow, albeit intriguing. How can I guarantee truth in this unsettling message that I deliver to my master?
I mean, like I said, I don't currently have proof. But I can acquire it. I guess all for now you have is my word.
He's gonna make an insight check on you. Make a charisma or persuasion or deception check. Your choice.
$22.
22. And what would you like to express as he tries to incite whether your motives and your ability to tell the truth?
I am being honest with him. I'm being very blatant and blunt about what I saw. I'm not trying to hide any details. If you would like to ask for more details about what I'm saying, I'm more than willing to elaborate. And yeah.
Yeah. With that, he'll kind of look to you and say, "You said the bell maker, he was stealing screams. How would one do such a horrific act?"
Well, from what I saw, he had a man tied up to a table, torturing, hurting the man, having him scream out. And there was a weird instrument, an organ of sorts, that was vibrating in tune with the man's screams. And it was more of just this weird feeling of it absorbing the pain of this man. And I have a hunch. I don't have the physical proof that he is somehow using this pain and imbuing it within his bells. And not even just for our deal or your sake. For my own sake, I will be acquiring evidence. And I am more than happy to share that evidence with you as well. But for now, this is the most information I have at the soonest time possible.
I appreciate your risk that you took to delve into the nightmare of Thornstrum's workshop. But if all you can offer me is words, then I will repay you in turn. What I tell you, you must believe in good faith, or cast off at your own peril. He, once again, similar to last time, is going to grip your cloak and pull you in real close to whisper into your ear. And he says, "Since Count Watling was a child, he has been plagued by a dark shadow. While the depraved clawed against Thalia's walls, Olaf witnessed an ancient evil lurking among us. An entity has resided in our home for centuries, corrupting the divine, slaying our kings, and puppeteering our leaders in an effort to escape its bonds. As a young man, Olaf crusaded against the disciples of the dark, and it cost him everything. The death of his children left him a husk of the man he once was. But as evil rears its head again, so must Olaf oppose his nemesis once more. He works now to root out the servants of the true enemy, be they Viscount or Count, cultist or enlightened. Count Watling is wholly dedicated to one cause: ridding our world of the demon they call Qatar. And as he whispers this name, dong, 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 the bells across the city begin to ring out a string of warning. And you are far too distant. All three of you are far too distant from the north wall, but the bells ring out in the same way that they did on the first of Asha. And you hear, he looks around, hearing the bells, turns to you, Orianna, and says, "Bring me proof or uncover Thornstrum's goals, and I will answer any inquiries you may have." And he moves back and retreats into Thornstrum's manor, or not Thornstrum's, the Watland manor.
Okay. I guess hearing the bells, my plans are now changing. I guess I'm gonna head back towards the barracks now to see what is happening, or try to find someone along the way. Or maybe stop at Greywall Castle first, if whatever is closer to other members of the Ashen Order, to see why the bell's ringing. What do we need to do? Do I need to do anything?
Yeah, the Greywall Castle is probably your closest stop. As you move up towards Greywall Castle, rushing towards its huge dark spires, we are going to take a quick break and then be back for more City of Shadows. Hi, I'm John, and welcome back to Insight Check. That trip inside of Thornstrum's workshop was intense. The workshop was very interesting to build because I wanted it to feel intense and scary, but I also needed the storytellers to come away with something useful, whether that was tangible or information leading them to the next encounter. I didn't want them to leave the workshop not knowing what to do next. So the workshop was designed with a lot of secrets. The silent halls and rotating guards made it so exploring one of the major rooms was doable, but it still felt like exploring every room was a lethal endeavor. The silent hallways were also practical, since the workshop had so much forging and torture going on. Thornstrum would need some way to isolate those sounds in order to study or practice his strange sound experiments. The storytellers made it to the prisons and turned the encounter into a rescue mission, and it made going back in for Sterling and the last prisoner an exciting player-driven choice to face that danger rather than a scripted encounter. Thanks to Sterling's Raven and Renshor's Pass Without a Trace spell, the storytellers were able to see more of the workshop than I had expected. But they were able to do it despite the mounting danger, and it will make for very interesting developments later in this arc. There were still a handful of big secrets that were left undiscovered in his workshop too. Some of these secrets are no longer available, and some of them went up in flames. With that, we're going to move on to some questions from the storytellers. First question. After Renshor ignored the Watland summons, there was talk of rewriting the following episode. Yep. Was Kazdeth always an anarchist, or is that new? Oh, that's very fun. So after Renshor did not meet up with May at the Pristine meeting, I did add in that encounter with Kazdeth, where Sterling follows him. Kazdeth was always going to have some kind of underground meetings and underground discussions with other people about topics maybe not befitting for someone involved with the Pristine. And that was kind of always part of Kazdeth's character in my mind, but I had no idea how I was going to introduce that into the story, or if there would ever come up a time where it'd be relevant. So it was not expected to be placed here, but it wasn't created just to fill the gap for what Renshor had done. Next question. Knowing Sterling would recognize May as a figure from her own backstory, how are you feeling when Renshor initially invited her along? And for bonus, were you expecting to reveal her last name? It's very fun. I was both nervous and excited for Sterling to go along in that meeting. Of course, my original anticipation was that Renshaw would meet with May after the Pristine meeting, and then the first encounter between Sterling and May would not occur until much later down the road. So this happening now was interesting, and I kind of went into that encounter not knowing how Sterling was going to react, and it was fun as the innkeeper to not know where the encounter was going to go. What Sterling was going to do, would it turn to blows? Would it turn to some kind of skills checks of deception? Would Sterling run away? Kind of trying to plan out how that was going to play out was really fun and interesting to happen in the moment. I'm glad and excited for how that did play out. Was I expecting to reveal her last name? I had planned to either reveal her name as a concession to Renshaw if he felt May was being standoffish or not giving him enough to trust her. She would offer her last name and part of her backstory in order to come to common ground with Renshaw, or just use her name as an exciting lore drop because it is such a big moment and such a fun twist. I was excited to be able to use her full name in that encounter. Last question. Did the encounter at Thornstrom's Forge go the way I expected? I had planned that encounter to either, where the players move towards the prisons like they did, or to move towards the library, and so I didn't know which path they were going to take. I was prepared for the prison and the prison break after that, but I wasn't locked into either way. I didn't know which way they would go. I was not prepared for them to burn the library down. That was different. I think it will make some of the adversaries in this arc make some moves that they weren't necessarily anticipating and have to do some more dangerous actions in order to achieve their goals. Make sure you like and subscribe to stay up to date with our storytellers as they unravel the schemes of Thornstrum, work with or against the Blacksbane heir, and avoid the watchful eyes of the Watlands and Ashen Order. But make sure you stay tuned because there's always more secrets and danger here in the City of Shadows. Welcome back to City of Shadows as we return a little before the bells began to ring across the city while Orianna is having this conversation with the servants of the Walton estate. We jump back to Tierwald Manor. Renshaw, how do we find you after the cloaks have left?
Renshaw is sitting in the drawing room area, and he calls a servant over. Have you seen Sterling today? Is she here?
No, my lord. She may be in the study, or maybe her room, perhaps. I do not know. I have not seen her.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yes, of course. Would you like me to find her?
No, I can find her. Thank you, though.
Oh, of course.
I will go look in the study. I assume she's not there. That would be wild.
That would be crazy.
And then I will go and knock on her door. To no answer.
Nope.
I'll walk down the hallway. And I'm gonna go into the room.
Oh, into her room?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you crack into Sterling's room.
I am looking for anything incriminating. A dead bird? A pile of dead birds? How many birds does she go through?
How many birds does she got? Yeah. Make a investigation check.
Oh no, it's not high.
You could also do perception, I guess, if you just want to see what you can see.
They're both equally bad. It's an 11.
It's an 11. Sterling, or I guess really Aubrey, can you explain on a surface level what Renshaw does? He doesn't get to dig too deep into your stuff, but he can see whatever Sterling has out and about.
You walk in and you can see, I don't know if the servants would have cleared them or not. I haven't been here very long, but there is like stacks of just like the chests that she had, trunks that she had to move in with, and the closet door is shut, but if you open it, the wardrobe, you can see she has like very delicately laid out her gowns, and the rest of the room is bare, like very, very bare, as if someone's not living here.
Nothing on the windowsill, no like weird plants, no pile of dead birds.
Not even a feather.
Okay. Oh, I didn't think about getting out of the room. Someone could be in the hallway. I wouldn't know.
Oh, I was like, you just go through the door. Got it.
I will just quietly sneak out the room, I guess. There was nothing. Okay, that was a waste. Never mind. I'll just go back to the drawing room.
Yeah. You sneak out from a almost like disturbingly empty room for somebody to be living here for. Sterling, you've been here for I guess a week now, right? Because you got here on
Not a full week, but yeah. What I moved
yeah.
in at the beginning of the week, and
Yeah. And Venture, by the time you get back to the study, you begin to hear those bells, dong, 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 ringing out all across the city.
Fantastic.
they're the emergency bells.
They are the emergency bells. As those bells ring out, we know what Orianna begins to do as she moves towards Greywall. Renshort and Sterling, is there anything noteworthy that you would like to do as you hear these emergency bells begin to ring? These bells of an incoming raid.
I don't think I really even clock the difference of like the hourly bells and this. Like, obviously, it's majorly different.
Yeah.
But I think I'm just so honed in
Yeah.
on looking and my quest and my hunt that I don't.
It doesn't even register.
Mm.
Yeah, perfect. Anything from Renshore?
It
It doesn't have to be. You're pretty safe in the manor. I'm just curious.
I'll probably shout some orders, like guards to door, and servants sequester in their quarters and whatever. Or I'll just hunker down.
Good lord of the house. Good lordship duties. Perfect. Very responsible of Renshore. I love it.
It's a weird day.
Orianna, you rush up to Castle Greywall. What are you looking for as you come to the castle?
Anyone else of the Ashen Order, or even, I guess, anyone higher power than me, I guess if I see a stray, like, Viscount or Count something, someone to just ask, what's going on? Like, hey, like, what's happening? Where do you need me? Yeah. Why are the bells ringing?
Yeah, I don't think you see any nobility, nor do you see Ashen Order here.
Is the castle empty?
No, you do see that the that would be crazy. The castle guard, the High Lord's like personal guard, is still here, and they've come out in full force to like protect the castle from a raid. They are technically not part of the Valiant, right? Like they're not soldiers to fight, but they are like the next closest thing. They're not part of the Ashen Order or the Enlightened, but they are like formally trained soldiers, but they are purely dedicated to the protection of Castle Greywall and to the High Lord. So you see they are out and prepared to defend the castle, but they are not of the Ashen Order.
let me run real quick to one of the Templar offices. And are any of them in? Anywhere?
You make your way up to the Templar offices. You see that none of them are in.
Okay. Then I'll ask one of the guards if they know what's going on.
The guard simply answers, the raid bells toll and danger comes.
What an NPC line.
The raid bells toll and danger comes for all of us.
He just repeats it every time you go to talk to him. Same cadence.
I think he also has like shields up and and like hold your line, men. And those are his 3 that he repeats through. Yeah.
Stopping at the castle was unhelpful then. Then I will just go back outside then, and I'm just going to keep making my way down to the barracks, hoping I see someone else of the Ashen Order on the way. And if I see someone on the way, I will stop to speak with them, or I'll make it all the way back to Brighthold.
Yeah, I think you see a couple other...
Because if there's absolutely no guards out here, then something big is happening.
I think by the time you get to Thornley, you see there are sections of enforcers that are organizing their cloaks to move up towards the north wall. As you move into Thornley, you can see on the north wall there are there's fighting going on up top, not like a wave of cavalry as before, but there's certainly combat going up on the wall, and you see these like very lanky they almost look like imps, if you can picture an imp, but human-sized with really long, lanky limbs that are flapping around up on the wall, attempting to get over, but are being either shot down with magical spells, with arrows, and they're like tumbling over the wall and collapsing down. And you see like probably like 15 or 20 of these little like winged creatures flapping around up top. And then you also see like some cloaks on the wall doing combat with something coming up the other side.
Wow. Okay. So I think I'm in like a highly populated area. Like there's a lot of civilians around in Thornley. Mm-hmm. And so I just want to, I guess, assist in like crowd control, going to doors, making sure like they're locked or they're closed. And if there's any like people out in the streets, getting them to safety, moving them indoors, and just, I guess, like protecting the streets of Thornley more than focusing up on the wall.
Gotcha. You begin to bring people into buildings, make sure the buildings are secure, and within a couple minutes of you arriving, you watch the last of these bat-like creatures, these imp-like creatures, tumble to the ground. Cheers of victory come up from the wall, and the bells slowly come to a halt. Not nearly to the same scale as the first of Asha, but certainly a...
yeah, they still made it to the walls.
Yep.
In daylight too, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. After like the streets are safe and things are clearing off, I guess I will continue my trek back to Brighthold.
Sure.
And see if there's anything left that I can assist with or anything that I can do when I get there.
Yeah, you see a couple of the enforcers are directing people to help clean up the streets, whether it's moving the bodies of the depraved out, treating wounded on the wall, and then ensuring like public safety and trust.
Yeah, I'll just assist where I can, wherever people need my attention.
Excellent. That cleanup takes the better part of the afternoon, and by the time evening begins to come around, the city has, for the most part, returned back to a a normal state, with the news going out not of horrific creatures coming onto the wall, but the valiant defense of the city by the Ashen Order.
Hey, that's exactly what that lady said would be put in the paper.
As evening sets in, I believe you guys have dinner plans. Does everybody attend dinner? And where is dinner taking place?
I will change out of my Ashen Order uniform and put on something a little bit nicer for the public and head to a restaurant and wait to see if Renshaw ever shows up.
Perfect.
If he even remembers.
Is Sterling home yet?
I think as evening approached and the sun's starting to set, I do come back to the manor and go to my room, but I'm in the building.
Okay.
Just for a little.
I will get dressed in my nice out dinner attire. But not too nice. But nicer. And I will knock on Sterling's door for the second time today. Is there an answer this time?
Hello.
Hi. I was gonna go to dinner with Orianna. If you were invited, if you want to join. To talk about the stuff.
The other day at the temple, you put something on me.
I'm sorry?
At the temple, fighting against Orianna, you put mage armor on me.
Oh.
Is that... How long does that last?
Not that long. Only a couple hours.
And do you have to be near?
No.
Could you...
For dinner?
Yes. Though I thought perhaps you'd want to go alone. Make that date.
Like you said, it wasn't a date intended, and first off, there's a lot to talk about, you included. So I would like to have a chance to talk to you.
To me?
Yes, in a public setting, which is part of why I'm hesitant to give you that.
Please?
Okay, maybe, but still.
Caves immediately.
So I'm hesitant.
If I come to the dinner, will you do it?
Can I do it after the dinner?
I think you just see in my eyes that I was planning on having you do it and then not go to the dinner.
Man,
and I just looked like a kid caught.
Okay. It's not that I...
Of course, my lord.
It's not that I don't trust you. It's just that I don't really trust you.
And when am I going to get to see that book of yours?
Honestly, now? I don't... that's going to depend on how this conversation goes.
All right.
There's some questions and some answers that need some asking and some answering.
Okay.
So...
I'll come.
Okay. You don't have to be so sad about it. It's going to be a nice meal.
And you're paying?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Do you have 10 jade marks I could borrow?
What?
I think I mean Avon, actually.
Are you looking for $100 or $1,000?
How many money are you wanting to get from me?
I want... What's gold piece in our money? What's the conversion?
I think it's Onyx is the biggest one.
Onyx? Onyx is the big one.
Yeah, but that would be like platinum, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So like an Avon?
I just know an Avon mark is like $100.
Yeah.
An Avon mark is 100.
So a jade... Yeah, a jade mark
jade
is 10.
Is 10. So 10 jades is $100.
And that would be like 10 gold pieces? Or is that,
That would
like
be
10?
That'd be like
That'd be
gold
one
piece.
gold piece. Yeah.
I need 10 Avon marks.
10 Avon marks?
That's an Onyx mark. That's $1,000.
What for?
You have it.
Okay,
Alrighty.
first off, obviously, I have it. Second,
Of course I have
Dinner.
it.
I have it.
why?
I'm coming to dinner. Can't I have 10 Avon marks?
Are you paying for your dinner then?
No.
Let's back up.
My bird died.
Is this to get a new bird?
Kinda.
I need you to be more specific. This is a really expensive bird.
He's a really expensive bird.
I just need... Volsair requires
Money.
some supplies. That
Well, Sarah's
cost-
never asked me for money.
I say in your head. Volsair has never given you this. I say that in your head.
Okay, that doesn't help me give you money.
I just need to go shopping. I spent some stuff to get my bird back because I followed you to the stupid forge.
I still don't
Will
understand.
you take me shopping later?
Sure, yeah, we can go shopping later.
Okay, let's go to dinner.
Okay. Are you where?
Is this not right?
Are you ready?
I'm wearing the same dress from last night, and like right here, there's a slit in the fabric, and you can see the skin on my chest, like real low, has like blistered and turned into that like dark brown, crackled skin since I went down.
Yes. Oh, the scar. Yeah. From the mold. Yeah.
And the dress is just cut, and that's where it went through.
Yeah.
Is this not...
Maybe something less destroyed.
Oh. Now I'm down to 2. And I will go put back on that that dark blue dress.
Oh yeah.
With the door open.
Oh,
I just turn and I'm like, yeah, of course. And then I will go change into that.
yeah. I as soon as you left the door open, I went and stood by the stairs.
So you also do not see me pick up my things from my old pockets and put them in my new pockets.
Buckets.
The things I was looking for earlier.
I didn't even think they were in the pockets.
Who makes dresses with pockets?
Well, it's really like it's a tie piece that goes with the layers, but
Hey, Dahlia's had making dresses with pockets. Lockwood has had dresses with pockets for generations.
Cheers to
she knows she has the highest sphere, and so everyone else gets sphere-sized pockets.
Yeah, sphere-sized pockets. Perfect. Yeah. Excellent. You guys,
You ready?
whenever you are ready. Yeah.
Yes, my lord.
Okay. She didn't actually tell me where it is, but I have a strong assumption it's at the atrium. And if it's not, we're gonna miss our dinner, and she'll think we just didn't show up. But if it's not there, I'll give you that $1,000.
Okay.
Deal.
And the spell, right? It's not my fault if we don't show up to the right spot. I figured we were on the carriage.
Oh.
You're like
And
on
the
your.
other
You're
thing-
going out to the carriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I'll say, or I could have said it in your head. Whatever.
Whatever makes you more comfortable.
None of it.
Yeah.
None of it makes me more comfortable.
None of it. All right, we go.
To the atrium where Orianna awaits.
Yes, when you show up to the atrium, Orianna is sitting at a table outside of the restaurant where they normally have like an outdoor like patio type seating for the summer that has probably been like starting to like been closed off for the fall season as it's starting to get colder outside. But she personally requested that they open one of the seats for us to sit outside instead of being immediately inside the restaurant, but we can still get service and everything. And there I am.
I like pull my cloak tighter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the bells earlier, that was interesting.
Yes, I have had quite the morning. Yeah. There was another attack on the northern wall. Not nearly as bad as the first of Asha, but seeing it again just started bringing back flashbacks of it, and it could have been way worse than it was.
It's probably because the forest is starting to surround the city.
Which district? Thornley
Um,
or Elsport?
Up near Thornley?
Okay.
Do you have friends in Elsport?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, thank you for coming for dinner. I didn't think you were going to come, Sterling.
I
But
was
I-
forced.
Glad you're here.
Coercion.
Coercion.
When the waiter comes, I order the most expensive thing off the menu.
Well, that's awesome.
Are you hungry, Sterling? That's a lot of food. That's quite a large entree.
Oh, yeah, that's not nice to say.
I'm just asking, are the Tyrrells taking care of you? Are you getting food at home?
Not
Is there
today.
food at home?
You weren't home
Sterling, you're
today.
Rensha, you're not feeding the girl.
She's getting food. She's never there.
And so, no food. He wouldn't even give me 10 Avon marks.
Why do you need 10 Avon marks?
Stupid bird.
For the what?
For her bird. The died.
For her bird.
The died, yeah. Last night?
I don't think that's what she said, but we will move past it.
Oh, okay.
I said
Well,
stupid bird.
Oh,
Stupid bird.
I didn't hear that.
Raven heard that and his feelings were hurt. He's too far away.
I vocally put it down. I sent it to him. It
Oh,
cost
good.
me a lot of money. See if you can pinpoint Thornstrum's coffers while you're there.
It'd be my pleasure.
Okay, so where do we start here?
Well, today I spoke with the servant at the Watlands again, and he gave me some information.
Yeah, sure. We will start with today and go backwards. That's a great idea.
Oh, okay. Or we can move backwards. Or we can...
What did you share?
What did you want to start with?
No, I said that's great. We can start with today and move backwards. What happened with the servant?
Okay. Well, he informed me that Count Watland has been plagued by this mysterious dark shadow that he aptly named Qatar, saying that it's kind of plagued him. He called it a demon, that it's been following him through his childhood, all the way through adulthood, haunting his life. Kind of alluded that maybe that was the reason his children died. And said that is...
Are you sure?
I mean, I'm not sure. This is just what he told me.
But that was the word he used?
Which word?
In your head. Qatar.
And out loud, yes, he said the demon Qatar has been plaguing the Watlands family.
I've heard that before.
And that their sole purpose is to hunt down and destroy this demon. And that's their only goal, their only motive. And I think that's probably why they're going to take a trip into the Vermore Woods to find something to stop this demon.
Orianna, as you
I don't know how that really relates to the depraved.
As you say Qatar out loud, you hear the bells above toll 5 as 5 p.m. rolls around.
Oh, okay.
Fuck you. I've seen or heard that Qatar before. I've definitely. I don't know where.
Interesting. In all my years of studying, I've never heard of the name Qatar before. But that's what they said. That's their goal is to destroy Qatar.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Go back. Now we'll continue to move backwards.
Renshaw's like, we listen
Continue
and we
move
don't
backwards.
judge.
I had a meeting with the Enforcer and the Templars this morning, and it did not go well. I kind of blew up a little bit in their faces as I was not feeling my best. And so I don't know how much favor I'm going to have with the Ashen Order moving forward, because I couldn't hold my tongue.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. If you need somewhere to stay, my manor's always open. It's getting a little full, but we can find a spot, I'm sure.
I might. I don't know how things are going to move forward, but I don't know if I would be welcomed in your manor. Nor am I going to be welcomed back at Brighthold, or welcomed at my parents' house, or welcomed back at the Guiding Flame. I don't really know where I'm going to go. But you know what? That's a problem for later.
Wrench, the Viscount could probably put you up at an apartment. He has the coin.
Do we have a problem? Have I stolen money from you? Do I owe you money?
Perhaps dress. You didn't pay for the last one.
Okay. We can get you another dress. I can't go Although I don't know which is worse, having my ex-fiancée in my house, unbeknownst to my father, or paying for an apartment for her.
I could pay for my own apartment. It would just be more of a matter of arranging with a landlord and finding a place. I mean, I can very well just go stay at an inn tonight. It's fine.
Tonight.
I don't need the money, Renshaw. It's more of being welcomed in places and unwelcomed in places.
Well, aside from idiots, you're always welcome at Tyrval Manor.
I would disagree, but I appreciate the sentiment. Moving backwards from today. Off of that sore subject.
Sterling, care to share anything?
No.
Okay, try again.
Sterling,
You just said I had to come.
said
I
you
said
were
there was
a
questions and
worshiper.
answers.
You just said I had to be here.
That was not a part of the deal.
Sterling, you said you were a worshiper of Volsair.
Yes.
Yes. Have you been dedicated for long?
Yes. Back in
Interesting.
Moss.
Yeah, you must be pretty dedicated enough for him to touch you with a gift.
Yes.
It's an interesting gift to ask for, though, from Volsair. Usually, people dedicated to Volsair for survival would ask more for the ability to ignite flames or to hide in shadow, mostly for, hunting game. Why would you ask for mind speak? Just in all my years of studying, I've also never heard of someone acquiring such a gift from Volsair.
Mind speak.
Is that a thing?
Usually it's called telepathy, but we can call it mind speak.
Until she gives a name for what she has done, I don't know what
I
to
think
call
Orianna
it.
is totally fine. I just mind speak. They just had a fun ring to it. Mind speak.
There's different threats to survival than animals.
Interesting. What kind of threats have you had to face that required mind speak? What kind of
Can we stop saying that?
what went down? What should I call it?
I don't know. Nothing. I don't want to talk about it.
Me either.
Okay, well, we need to talk about it.
Well, my last question. I guess it's not really a question, it's more of a statement. I had asked if you had any magic, and you lied.
You're a cloak. Why would I tell you the truth? I was not raised here. I do not wish to be punished for laws that should not apply to me, that should not be. Who's to say you wouldn't turn me in? I
don't know. We had the whole conversation that you saw a lot of my secrets. You saw a lot of Renshaw secrets. I thought we were I thought we had some sort of agreement that we were being open and honest with each other. I thought we would be truthful moving forward.
Is there anything illegal about
No.
being dedicated to Volsair?
If Volsair gave her a gift, then that is her right to wield it.
Do you know many in the city with powers beyond the Ashen Order? Many who are not tried? I don't wish to join your calls.
I am not looking to take any action against people who are minding their own business, who are just being true to themselves. I am only with the Ashen Order to break my curse and to stop other people, to stop the people who are actively killing other people. And if you have not killed somebody, then why would I take any action against you?
Then we're fine.
We're good. Yay. Fantastic. Anything else at Thornstrum's we should talk about? No? Okay.
I think I need to go back.
That's crazy. That's a stupid sentence. You're having a bad day.
I did not collect the evidence.
That's not my fault. That's not my fault. We have all there's 24 people in the city. 22 people in this city that are witnesses to him. That is evidence.
Yeah.
We
can spend all the time finding them. I mean, I'm sure that they've gone deep into hiding now after that whole incident.
We have Harold and Lindell Goldman. They said they would testify.
They've probably fled the city by now.
Sure, but, we could write to them.
To where?
That's what the pigeon people are for.
To move forward, I need the evidence of what Thornstrum has done in order to stop him and to get him arrested.
Okay. That's a future plan. We're talking about past things. We'll recircle.
Okay.
Before we met for Thornstrum's, Sterling and I went to a tavern thing. There was a band. That's irrelevant. May, do you remember the girl who ripped that page out of that book at the Ryan Temple right before there was the attack?
No.
Do you remember the attack at the Ryan Temple?
Yes.
Okay, there was another woman there who ripped a page out of a book we were looking for.
Okay.
She was also at this bar and is apparently the one who invited me to this bar.
Okay.
Her name is May Blacksbane. She's somehow related, to the Blacksbane.
I don't think I knew that Blacksbane had an heir.
Yeah, I don't know that anybody did, and I think that she'd prefer you don't know that, actually. But you knew anyways. Okay. She gave me some information on the Watlands, because she is currently a guard at the Watland House.
Okay.
I do know that the Watlands hate me. That was the big sticking point. Apparently they blame my grandsire for killing their children or something, but that doesn't really quite line up with what you were saying earlier, so I'm not quite sure about that.
Wait, they said that what was that about their children?
My grandsire is somewhat responsible for their death or something.
Okay. So both your grandsire and the demon are supposedly responsible for the death of the children.
Yeah, that's how this is shaken out, and that's implementing my grandsire in something. Assuming we're trusting all of these people.
He's been implemented in a lot of things.
Yeah, it's been a couple
The
years.
cult was formed under his name.
Witch cult, you know?
Okay. Continue.
Really, that's all I got. No, that's not at all what I got. No, we're going into the woods.
What?
We're gonna go into the forest?
No. You
The Watlans are gonna go and, like,
do not.
try and steal stuff from Ethro's Grove.
The Watlans,
Yeah. So we have to beat
who
them.
wish to slay a demon.
We did talk about this before, Sterling. Remember, they're the ones who wanted to go to, presumably,
Yes.
I think, Ethro's Grove for the items.
You cannot go with her, though.
Wait,
You
why not?
do not.
Are you going with the Watlans, or have you planned a trip with May?
May and I would be going, and presumably
Do not.
I was going to invite the both of you if you wanted to.
May is. May. No.
Okay.
You cannot. Do not trust her. Do not aid her. You don't know.
Do you know her?
Sterling, this would be a great time to try out some honesty and truth.
Honestly,
That was a little harsh. Okay.
you cannot aid her because, truthfully, she is very, very bad.
Okay. That would have been great to know when we went and met her.
I had to run.
You couldn't have taken me with you? You just left me there. I waited for hours.
I birdie watched you.
Who was
Yeah,
watching you? I was so worried.
If she sees me,
Okay.
Is she
I
trying to
cannot
hurt you,
share.
Sterling?
yes.
Okay.
If you would like, you could talk to her, and I'll pull the little rock out of my pocket.
Yeah.
Wait,
I was kind of kidding. Don't talk to her. That sounds like a bad idea.
that's to her.
Supposedly.
You should get rid of that.
It's just like a sending stone.
This is.
Rensher, why are the two of you, or us now, planning to go into the woods? What is May's goal? Why is she trying to take you into the woods?
We have to beat the Watlans to Ethro's Grove so they can't get the stuff that we need.
She cannot.
I mean, that makes sense to me. I was trying to propose that plan earlier in the
Okay.
week.
So Sterling seems against May having these items. Is Sterling against us having these items?
No one should have them.
Okay. Well, some people
But somebody is going to
them.
have them.
Unfortunately, and I say this with experience, my grandsire was not very good at hiding things. Basically, everything he's ever hidden has been found. So, someone will have it.
Do you have any more plans to meet with her? Any more details on the trip?
I was gonna talk to the Rangers, see if they would potentially. You don't like the Rangers either?
No, just you cannot.
Well, Eleanor
We cannot
had
assist
the
her.
trip planned to go out. Maybe we can utilize her planned trip.
She was going to go with the Watlands.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, you're right. I mean, they were still willing to assist her. Maybe they'll still assist us if we ask them.
He hates me.
When did you?
But you just said May was planning on speaking to the Hunters Guild.
No, I have to speak to the Hunters Guild. The Rangers
When
Guild.
was
Who
May
hates you?
When was May?
going to go?
I don't know. I don't remember.
You agreed.
You agreed to. I think it was either the day after or 2 days after the
How did I not write this
the
down?
masquerade ball, the Revelry of Crowns.
Yeah, I thought it was like a week, but it was definitely.
Maybe it was a little bit after, because they're trying to go the Watlands are trying to go the 20th of Daysith. I think she was trying to
I
beat
think
them
they
by
said
like
they'd go the first of the
first of the month.
Dayston.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, I can look at the.
Yeah, I didn't write that down. Sorry.
Because I remember she said she knew that the Watlands had to be at the revelry because they're counts, and she's like, you probably have to be there too, so we should go quickly after that because that's.
I just wrote down that the Watlands are going on the 20th.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It was sometime early in the month of Daysith,
Okay.
right after the ball.
Sometime early next month.
Okay. Then we must go before.
How? Okay. We're gonna go before our own plan to go before.
I mean, if you're going out, I mean, I'm going with you.
I don't.
I don't really care when.
If May, if May gets her hands on these items, it's over.
Well, we have some reason as to why the Watlands should not have their hands on these items. Why shouldn't we trust May to have these items? Granted, I agree. I think that it's probably best in our own hands, in Renshore's hands, as they're his heirlooms. But just, I guess out of pure curiosity for my own sake, and trying to piece this all together, why wouldn't we want them in May's hands?
She's evil.
She's evil? Like evil or
She's gone. She's gone.
she's gone? I hate this.
Can I have that spell now?
Right now, it's a little.
What spell?
Are we done?
Also, can you not say spell? Yeah, sure. We're done.
I'm so confused. Sterling, what is happening?
I
I am gonna spend a slot.
No, what-
I'm gonna spend a hit dice so that I don't have to say or do anything out loud. And I'm just gonna put my hand on her forearm. It is done.
What's my AC now?
1,000,000. Fuck you. 2.
A billion.
It's 17.
17.
Because you still have a +4, right, to your dex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The birdie. I close my eyes and see what he's looking at. It's like he's an ass.
Did you still have him looking at the Watlands? Or not the Watlands, the Thornstroms?
Thornstrum, yeah, I left him there.
Gotcha, yeah. He's still out in front of the Thornstrom Manor. And you can see he is kind of moving around the manor and watching He's currently looking through a window where you can see Thornstrum pacing in like his study or something.
I'm sorry about your birdie. I am. Can we get you another birdie?
He's back. That's why I need the money.
You need the money
To pay Birdie.
Yeah.
Birdie's an employee.
Okay. Pause. Rewind. Your bird's alive.
Sure.
That's too vague.
Sure was a very good answer.
Is your bird alive? The one that died yesterday.
Yes. Sure. He's watching for me.
Okay.
I cannot. Some things can't be said, but
Agreed. Please stop saying them.
I need something. And if you two would like, you can come with me, or I can go alone, but I can't hold any more, and I must complete my hunt. So, would you like to come?
To where?
Have you heard of the Spindle Maiden?
I have questions for her. I will gladly guide you down.
Why are we going back there?
It's actually on my list of things to do.
That's on your
She
list
is
of
one
things
tick
to
mark.
do?
It 100% is on my list of things to do.
To-do list. Buy milk. Buy bread. Visit ancient being that lives under the city.
Sterling, I actually know a shortcut on how to reach the Spindle Maiden. We can arrange for that.
Is your shortcut through the palace?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
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 No what? I thought you wanted to see the Spindle Maiden.
I do, and I plan to. There's another entrance.
Yeah, we know
Yeah,
about
there's
the
another
other
entrance, but there's a whole bunch of like little traps and
That's okay. You can go your way.
we can go back through the original door. I just thought it would be faster. I was just merely offering a suggestion.
I didn't like the last time I went. Do I have to go this time?
No.
No.
Okay.
Really?
What?
Are we ready?
Now?
I'm just talking to Orianna. Yeah, I'm just looking at Orianna.
I thought we were going dress shopping.
Tomorrow.
You'd like to go to the Maiden tonight?
Yes.
Then why did I
Done.
have to touch your arm?
For my activities.
With the Spindle Maiden?
And after. You can pay the check. And I stand up.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
It's refreshing to have someone who wants to go to the Spindle Maiden.
Yeah. The ladies stand up. They begin to make their exit. Renshaw, do you pay and follow?
I pay.
Okay.
I'm going home.
Okay.
And if Orianna doesn't say anything, I'm gonna have us walk to the Windy Mire.
Yeah, we can go there.
Perfect. Wrencher, you are left alone with the bill at the atrium outside. It's chilly. It's nighttime.
I took my glass of wine.
Now your glass of wine. You watch your ward and your ex-fiance stroll off into the night
Towards
their
mortal doom.
destination. The spindle. Their destination once again being the Spindle Maiden. With that, we will end tonight's session of City of Shadows. I could not think of a better way to end this chapter of our scary story. Make sure you like and subscribe and tune in next time as we go back into the catacombs to give the Spindle Maiden another visit.
Yeah, we have to give Sterling a little tour.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
Until we meet again over another round at the Four Rings Inn.
Bye.